Today we are moving from San Diego, California to Knoxville, Tennessee, and we're going to do it for under $1,000, or at least attempt to. U-Haul quoted me $8,000. I've never had that in my entire life. And in all fairness, I'll probably never have $8,000. What I do know is I have a 1996 Toyota Tacoma, aka the Lizard. Nobody thinks my truck will make it except for me. Just one more ride, baby. One more time. I got 220,000 miles on this Warlock. 220,000 miles, just broken in, purring like a kitten.
There are certain rules.
Rule number 1 to moving: sell anything you haven't used in a year. If you haven't used it in a year, you don't need it. It's gross knowing how much stuff one has. You don't realize it until you move. If you can't sell it, dump it off at Goodwill's. Shout out to Pops for making a couple trips for me. For the vlog.
Right on.
You watch Homebrew for Life?
I like it.
Right on. You were the man. I have 2 small bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a single car garage, and I felt like this was never ending. Have 3 garage sales. If you're not allowed to have garage sales in your community, just do it anyways, but don't get caught. All right, time to hit the road, but first things first. One more beer with Trev Braj. Adios, Carlsbad, California. We had a lot of good memories in this house. I've been here for 7 years. A lot of cooking videos nobody watched. A lot of weird recipe videos. Dill Pickle Goza, which is still one of my favorite beers that we've done. We tried to make a sour hazy milkshake IPA batch one time and actually wanted to spend $100 on the batch, and it's actually pretty difficult to spend $100 on a 5-gallon batch of homebrew. But this is it. In the kind words of Axl Rose, nothing lasts forever, even cold November rain. Leaving San Diego to Arizona takes about 5 hours, and it was finally hitting me that this is kind of weird. Am I making the right decision? Is my truck actually gonna make it? What should I do out in Tennessee? Should I start a family? Should I become gay? Maybe I'll start a gay family. It's funny leaving California. The further you get away, the cheaper gas gets. Gas was almost $7 a gallon in San Diego this morning when I filled up. This truck is 25 years old, so the game plan is to not drive more than 8 hours a day or 500 miles, whichever happens first. Tucson, Arizona is my first stop, and I immediately regret not getting an Airbnb. This will be the last time I stay in one of these shitbox hotels, Motel 6s. Whatever, they're all the same. They all say they're about $50 online, but when it's all said and done, this was $150 with a $50 deposit. That's way too much money, so that means I'm not going out tonight to try local beers, but I am starving. This place is right across the street. Kind of looks like one of those restaurants where you should pray after you eat. Buffets always scared me. God only knows when the buffet food was actually made. I'm chickening out. I'm ordering a burger. It was crazy to see ketchup and mustard in bottle format again. These are banned in California. Condiments and bottles are outlawed, but hosting a Super Bowl with 80,000 people gets a pass. But that's none of my business. Pretty good burger though. Chase it down with some carrot cake. A little carrot cake never hurt anybody. Not even that one time. Stoked that I brought a comforter. Hotels wash the sheets, but they don't wash these comforters. Made it through the first night. Time to check up on the Lizard. All right, the good news is that the car's running good. Nothing's leaking. Slept like shit last night. I'm never gonna sleep in one of these hotels ever again. The hotel room smelled like there was a dead body in it, but they decided to use it as an ashtray. And then right before I showed up, they pulled it out and dumped a bottle of Febreze over it. You know when you pick up furniture off Craigslist and it smells like a bottle of Febreze? That's not good. Something really bad happened. But that's it, we're going to Midtown, Middleton, Texas. And let's keep praying to the Toyota gods. Texas is the longest stretch by far. If something bad's gonna happen, it's gonna happen here. All the songs start sounding the same, your mind begins to wander. You can finally relate to all those running scenes from Forrest Gump. You know what it feels like, except I have a car, so I don't have to run at all. You start playing things over in your head. Can I still beat the water temple from Ocarina? Why was Jimmy such a dick in that one movie? You start thinking about your family back home, your buddies who you grew up with, all the Brajas who were always down to act like an idiot with me.
Alright, you feeling?
Do it!
The Homebrew for Life crew, Maury, aka the real life Silent Bob, Kev Braj, who filmed, the guys in the later videos, Goman, Trevor, the Vista Brajas, where I got my first job in the craft beer industry almost a decade ago. Missing Mama down in Uruguay, but I'll be down there this summer, Mama. You start seeing gas get cheaper and cheaper. I wanted gas to go under $4 so bad just so I could send a ton of texts to people back home in San Diego. One part of driving through Texas that's cool is where you can see Mexico right on the other side of the freeway. Juarez City right when you're passing through El Paso. So rules recap. Sell everything you haven't used in a year. Don't stay in hotels, get Airbnbs. And the third rule, which might be the most important, try your best not to drive at night. It's freezing, and even the slightest problem like a flat tire can be a situation.
It's like 7:30 Saturday morning. This is the earliest I've ever been up. But last night at 2 in the morning, I heard two guys outside this place, and they were loud, and I thought 100% they were breaking into my car. And I got over here, I was super freaked out, and I was trying to see what was going on. And the more I heard them, there was an altercation. They were going at it. There was at least, I never saw it, but I heard it, because you can, it's like campsite shit on the ground. And these dudes were over here to the unit right here, and they were fighting and wrestling out here for like 5 minutes, and then they just got over it. But car didn't get robbed, neighbors were on a good one, wrestling, 2 in the morning, 20-degree weather. It's gotta be some pretty good crystal meth.
Day 3 of driving 500 miles, and tonight's pit stop is called Texarkana, I think. I've never heard of it. I don't think anybody has, but it's a city that's in both Texas and Arkansas. And I'll tell you what, the drive gets a lot better too. It's pretty much all flat desert from California to Arizona to New Mexico to Central Texas. But after that, it's a ton of trees and some snow and green fields that go on forever. One thing I noticed about the South is that there's a ton of adult stores. Who the hell still pays for porn? Texarkana's cool though. I finally started reading reviews on Airbnb, and this one was flawless. It was right off the highway. I had a carport for my truck. The space was big. The bed was extremely comfortable. I think it was $90. One thing Airbnb needs to include is what size the water heater is. A lot of Airbnbs just get the small ones that run out of hot water in a couple minutes, but this place had a legit sized water heater. A market across the street, first things first, and this place was in walking distance from some nightlife. This restaurant brewery looked pretty good from the outside. Gave it a go, tried a cream ale, and it did not taste like a cream ale. It just tasted like malty homebrew, and I know what malty homebrew tastes like. Tried a patty melt, and it was pretty whack. It looks like something I could make. And it was pretty dry. It's my first time in the South. And one thing I noticed pretty fast is that Southerners move at a different pace than Californians. Southerners are very nice, but you might wait 20 minutes for that side of ranch, ketchup, or mustard. They hear you, but you might not get that second glass of wine you ordered. The waitresses call you things like sir, darling, ma'am, mister, and even sweet pea. You can't talk like that in California anymore, but you know what? I like it. Caught a Fleetwood Mac cover band and ordered to Sierra Nevada. That was it for Texarkana. It's obviously not a tourist destination, but it's a cool, homey southern town. Day 4, Lizard's going strong. I could have made it to Knoxville, but I wanted to see a barrage who lives outside of Nashville. It's tough to miss it you've made it to Tennessee. There's a big bridge with a sign, but what stands out even more is a giant Bass Pro Fishing Shop building. Looks like a bigger version of the MGM Grand. Big shout out to Cuz and his beautiful family for putting me up at his place. Cuz was in some early Homebrew for Life videos back when we used to just make like 4 or 5 videos a year and then quit. We hit a small town called Murfreesboro, don't quote me on that, and it was awesome. The beer was awesome. I had a watermelon goza, and we shared a couple IPAs. Both beers tasted exactly how they were described. That's what good beer is. The food was great too. It's crazy to see how much cheaper things get once you leave California. Oh yeah, and that's the last tip. Stay with friends along the way to save money. This is the only friend that I know in Tennessee right now. We're gonna hit Nashville in a month, so check out that vlog. Subscribe to the channel, or don't. Either way is fine. Your life's still gonna be the same. Nashville to Knoxville is only about a 3-hour drive. That was it. The car got here in one piece. I got here in one piece. This is my place here in Knoxville. I kind of just came out here on blind faith. Time to start a different chapter. Of course, I'm gonna miss everybody back home, but I've spent 37 years in California. It's time for something new. 37 years old, but if anybody asks, I'm 19. But I'll be back in San Diego in May. Triple bogeying executive courses like there's no tomorrow. Teaming up with all the chums. But I am here on business. The main goal is to make 52 Homebrew for Life videos. That's 1 video a week. Hopefully uploaded every Tuesday. So the way that I see it,